job that I did accept, I would do everything I can to, impart my knowledge and try to help, whatever company out that decided to hire me.
Have you ever been approached by any of the, the shoot interview companies such as High Spots or RF Video to ever do have you in a shoot interview?
No, I mean, I've offered my services to them to do shoots, which they've all turned me down because, of course, they don't think, what I have to say would sell for them because, I'm not a star. I'm not like a wrestling star to sell their DVDs. And, basically, if I were to do a shoot interview, the way I want to do the shoot interview, I would probably be blackballed from the business because I would, get myself, call foot and mouth disease.
Right.
I would pretty much put my foot in my mouth. I would, burn some bridges with the stories that I know because I've been around for 23 years, up and down with the majority of the guys, and, I got some good dirt on a lot of people, and, at this stage of the game, I need to do business with everybody, so, I keep my mouth shut, my head down, and just go forward and try to do the best business I possibly can with everybody so that, we all can make some money. Just, that's the name of this game, is making money, and if we don't, if we're not making money, then we're doing something wrong.
Well, on a more personal note that I want to ask you, I read a story on your website about your grandmother, which was a most amazing story about her surviving a car crash and having to, if she was submerged in water and had to, how did that story go?
Here's the story. My grandmother was going to the airport to pick up my sister and her boyfriend, now husband. The flight was delayed. I think the flight was due to come in somewhere around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It got delayed until about 3 o'clock in the morning. My grandmother's theory is it's just as dark at 11 o'clock at night as it is at 3 o'clock in the morning. So she went to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning to go pick up my sister and, the boyfriend, now husband. And while she was driving, she lives down in Florida, down in the Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale area. She lives down in that area. And while she was driving on the 595, which is a major highway that connects I-75 to I-95 or Route 1, some kid who I think was drunk, hit her from behind, driving about 90 miles an hour. My grandmother's car fishtailed around, went over the embankment, fell 40 feet into the Florida mangroves, which is the Florida swamp.
Wow.
And she was missing for about 79 hours. Now, it's 24 hours in a day, so you're talking three and a half days. 3.5 days she was missing, stuck upside, either on the side or upside down. I think it was on her side in the 90 plus degree weather, with the alligators in the swamps and stuff. Luckily there was none where she was at, but snake and alligator infested swamp, or what they call the mangrove. So it was a pretty terrifying ordeal for her, and there's major search rescues that were going on, and nobody was able to find her. And then, at her darkest hour, in the 79th hour or whatever, there was a street cleaning team that cleans the the 595, and there was a young kid that just happened to look at the trees and saw that something was wrong, and then when he looked over the overpass and 40 feet below and saw my grandmother's car down there, we were lucky that that he found her because she was saved. And, you're talking, my grandma was now 92 years old, and, this happened about 8 years ago. So, I mean, she was 84 years old back at the time. So, I mean, you're talking an 84-year-old woman stuck on her side for 3 days, survived on dew-sucking candies and rainwater. That's pretty incredible, if you ask me. So she was rescued. It was in all the newspapers. It was on all the TV, international news, and she was a million. And they go all over the country. It made not only the local news down there, it made national. It hit the national news circuit, wire. So I mean, it was a pretty big deal, and we got we got to do like the Today Show, and all the morning shows interviewed her. ABC, Good Morning America, NBC's Today Show, whatever the CBS affiliate morning show is. We got to go to New York City. We all did, to tape the Today Show live with
Matt Lauer?
we did the Rosie O'Donnell show. We did Sally Jesse Raphael show. We did some show with Craig Lavelle. I forget what the name of it is, but that she made People magazine twice, not once, but twice she was in the People magazine. So it was a pretty big deal there. Everything. Whatever. She's a celebrity down in Florida. Now, some 8 years later, people still recognize her down there. I say she's you see the TV show Survivor, that's all work, that's just, reality for TV. But she's a real life survivor. She survived a real life ordeal there, She's she's from Brooklyn. She's one tough old broad. I love my grandmother. It was a big deal. I was very happy when she was found.
That was tremendous. When I read that story, that was something that was unbelievable. Of course, you know that, and
nobody knew how she survived, but when you have a will to live, and she's just afraid that she would let my sister down, and my sister would never be able to forgive herself for that. So she said she knew she had to survive just for my sister, and I still watch the news footage, because we have all the tapes of that. They did a story, they did 48 Hours. I don't know if you ever watched the 48 Hour show that was on CBS, or the Lifetime Network. They did a thing, Beyond Chance, and they did stories on her. It's just, it's just a feel-good story. It just puts your stomach in knots, seeing what happened and her will to survive. So, it was incredible. It's incredible. I get a little choked up talking about it, because it's just, they say it can never happen to you, but when it does happen to you or someone within your family, you just got to take another. You got to just step back and just take another look at life and stuff, and I can't put more words to it. It's just it's just one of those things.
Well, let's wrap this up here. First of all, if you want to book any of Eric's talent, go to www.esspromotions.com. And also the interview here you're listening to is provided by www.myspace.com/sheikspace. Anything you want to say in closing?
I just want to thank everybody for supporting, not only the Sheik Space and the Iron Sheik and ESS Promotions. Without you, the great fans, we couldn't do what we do. So, both Mark and I, personally, we thank you for supporting, each of us in our, Mark with the Sheik Space and me with the ESS Promotions and, the Iron Sheik. We really appreciate you, the fans, because without you, the fans, we couldn't do that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Okay.